Oh, all right, Bills and Bengals on your way. The story on the Bills the next 24 hours will be what they do with the Darius Slay roster spot, as he is not going to report. At least he doesn't think he's going to report. Or he's trying to make his way.
To get to the Eagles?
Yeah. He went on Emmanuel Acho's podcast last night after the Lions and Cowboys game. And they asked him, if you'd gone to Philly, would you report? And he laughs and he laughs. If you'd gone to Detroit, would you report? And he laughs because he played there. He's got relationships there. He referred to them as like home and second home. And then, he kind of got his straight face on and said, no, I'm with my kids, my son, my oldest. I had a chance to be at his football game and his basketball game. And that felt good. It felt pretty good to kind of just be home. So he really might be honestly taking stock in what he's doing. But I do think he might have let it slip a little bit because he started to say, they asked, will you play football again? Do you think you'll play football? Honestly, I don't know. But then he let it slip in there something to the effect of, I don't know how the league works and all. Like, right. Will the Bills just waive me again? How will this happen? Because they can't trade him. Trade deadline's passed.
Correct.
So when he said, I don't know how the league works, I think was his little slip of, we're going to wait a minute and see if we can get the Bills off of this spot.
Yep.
And you can go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
The thing, though, that I wonder, I saw that a lot yesterday, like, this is him getting to Philly. He's going to get to Philly. The Bills maintain his rights, and I guess what would they have to gain by releasing his rights at any point so that he could go to Philadelphia?
They would have to gain
Detroit.
That the agent, player, don't hold a player hostage stuff would not stick to them. It would be if the guy doesn't want to play for you and wants to play for the Eagles and got waived and you picked him up and he's a respected pro who's been around for a while and he's like, I don't want to play there, man. I just want to go back to Philly. I want to finish my career where I started it. And if you don't honor that, I feel like players will, I don't know. Yeah. Not like you're going to get blackballed or anything like that, but players are going to look at you and think like, that's lame. Like, you're just going to hold his rights. You don't gain anything by holding them. He wants to go to Philly. Let him go.
Well, unless you think he's bluffing. Unless you think he does want to play football, he's going to do this for a week and say, I'm not playing unless I go to Philly, and then they think he'll just show up.
You could do that. But
how long do you want to take that?
And how many weeks until
how much is it worth risking any residual reputation that you have for Darius Slay, who's not much in the first place, right? Like, if he was a more important player or a better player at this stage in his career, I think I would have the mood to say, yeah, you should fight the fight here. You should say, no, we've got you. You're not going anywhere. You're a good player. We have your rights. You're ours. But he's not that.
Yeah.
He's been terrible this year. So I don't think it's worth – I don't think it's probably worth the headache of like, let's see if he would show up and let's take this on for 2 weeks and then someone files a grievance and I don't know. I would just let it go probably.
I would probably let it go also. Someone in the chat points out if he just goes to Philly, the Bills are stuck with his cap hit. I don't know how that works, but his cap hit on Spot Track for the Bills is listed at $348,000. Like, nobody cares. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Have Howie Roseman send a gift basket or something.
Right.
Like, do one of these,
an edible arrangement.
Send one of these future considerations NHL trades.
Yes.
The thing about the whole story is I feel like I'm seeing conflicting levels of Beane has bungled it again because he cost the Bills Ja'Marcus Ingram, who was a player that if Ja'Marcus Ingram had been waived for somebody else, I don't think we would have batted an eye. I don't know. Are you supposed to expect that a player won't report? You're not the 1-17, 1-16 Titans. You're not the drought Bills. You're a good team that's competitive, and if you pick up a player, usually they'll show up and say, like, sweet, sounds great.
Yeah.
So are you supposed to contact the agent beforehand? Whatever. I do not think it is the controversy or it is the 5-alarm fire that some might want to say that it is. Am I wrong about that?
It depends, I think, what you think of Ja'Marcus Ingram as a football player and what you're really losing by him leaving for Houston. What is he? He's a fourth-string cornerback on most teams, right?
Who could be waived by next week.
He could be. He's not a developmental player either. He's 28 years old. Like, how much younger is he even than Darius Slay? Maybe a couple. What's Darius Slay? Like 31 years old, 32 years old. He's not a young player that you just drafted that you're developing along. Like, he's a guy. He's a guy that listen, what they think of Ja'Marcus Ingram, they must love him for special teams and like pinch in case of emergency, nickel corner type things. He was on the roster last year during the AFC Championship game when Kyrie Elam was getting cooked play after play after play, and guess what they never did? They never put Ja'Marcus Ingram on the field. So, what am I really losing? I'm losing a practice squad. I'm losing a special teamer.
Right.
And I'm not going to lose sleep over them losing a special teamer.
Do you have a nominee for Ja'Marcus Ingram's most memorable play of this year?
Oh, not of this year.
Okay.
I had one. I mean, last year's easy.
What is it?
He had a pick 6 against Tua.
Oh, that's right.
Tua tried to loft it to the sidelines. He didn't have the arm strength, and Ingram ran under it.
He tried to throw it away. Listen, I've liked Ingram at training camp. He's a physical receiver. He's always really fun to watch in those cornerback receiver drills because he's tough and guys have to fight through him. No, the most memorable play I have for Ingram this year, all due respect to him, is the Drake London play at the end of the half where Cole Bishop got him out at the 1.
Uh-huh.
He cooked Ingram.
Okay.
They put Ingram on Drake London one-on-one, and like, that didn't work.
I mean, it doesn't seem quite fair to him.
Right. On his way to the end zone.
Fair to him.
That was Ja'Marcus Ingram over Drake London one-on-one.
Yeah.
And Drake London catch and almost to the 1. If he gets in, whatever, almost in the end zone. If he gets in, it's 28-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
Whatever the score would have been. So, whatever. Like the Darius Slay thing, it's not great. My favorite thing about the Darius Slay story, so the Bills, claim him off waivers from the Steelers. Who knows if he just wants to angle to go to Philly. If he wants to, I'd say just go, fine, whatever. You can't even trade for, a 7th-round pick swap. My favorite thing about all of it is that we don't have to have an identity crisis about it. Beane doesn't have to go to the podium and say, I don't like it when people talk bad about Buffalo, right? He doesn't have to do that like he did forever ago when Antonio Brown did what he did.
Right.
Yeah. He doesn't have to perform like that. We don't need anything like that because it's just like, oh, all right, he doesn't want to play. Fine. Not worried about it. He's not a starter. He'd be a depth corner with a veteran depth corner. The idea is a fine idea when you're going to the playoffs and you never know if somebody's going to get hurt. If Benford gets hurt at bad times. It's happened to him a couple of years in a row. So I'm not that worried about it. And if you're up in arms about it, my guess is it's kind of like when the Bills give up a 3rd and 17. You're already mad at Sean McDermott coming into the game, and now a play happens and you're mad again, right? So to me, that's what this is. You give up a 3rd and 17. It's unfortunate. Get a stop next. Get somebody else on the roster. And with an open roster spot, they'll probably elevate someone from the practice squad, or you could always go and sign somebody from somebody else's practice squad. I was going to say,
are they in the market for a veteran corner of some repute? Because that's what they were trying to replace Ja'Marcus Ingram with and Darius Slay. So are they going to go call Stephon Gilmore today? Or somebody like that?
Hold on. Is he on anybody's? We don't have him on a roster on former Bill, future Bill.
I believe we were told he was ineligible because he was pre-McDermott.
That's right. That is correct.
But
because it'd be a huge score, would be huge.
But like,
hundreds of points.
What are they looking for? Are they looking for just some guy no one's ever heard of? It's going to come in and play special teams. Are they looking for some 32-year-old corner that has played a lot of snaps in the league and was a Pro Bowler 4 years ago? And is their depth, their break glass in case of emergency if there's injury in the playoffs, or if there's a game where Hairston or White look like they don't have it, they got to put someone in like that. I think that's what they were looking for in Slay. I don't know, so they could have been looking for in Darius Slay. So there could be guys like that are still out there that would, I think, fit that profile. Getting Gilmore is one of them.
I want to pick up Brandon Codrington as soon as possible.
Isn't he on the team?
Is he
on the practice squad?
Is he on the practice squad? Okay.
He's on. I think he might be back on the practice squad.
He made his way back? Okay.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad.
All right, never
Can't
mind.
have him.
Can't have him. That shows how good of a pick it was.
They do have Dane Jackson also on the practice squad. Like, again, like what is that what the move is? They're just going to promote Dane Jackson to the active roster?
Probably.
So, yeah. I agree, though, on they're a good enough team. And it didn't Slay come out and say anything like it's a high class organization. Like
Rosenhaus said that.
Oh, Rosenhaus said that.
The agent said that, which is the agent, first class organization. Yeah.
Well, if he's saying that, that's a little bit different.
I think it's also.
I don't think it's bad, and they can't. he's not a big enough name or player to do any harm to their reputation as a franchise.
No.
In the slightest.
And not even just that. Like, Devontae Adams might have said, I don't want to play there. And that's totally fine, too. Like, you don't have to. Darius Slay is a 34-year-old corner. Anybody that's 34 that doesn't want to go to any team they've never played for, to me, is totally fine. I'm old. I don't want to go to a new city. I've got a family. I want to go to maybe. I mean, he spent this year. It was a 1-year contract in Pittsburgh, right?
Yep.
And
which, by the way, that is where he had 1 year in Pittsburgh to begin his career before he went to Philly for a bunch of seasons. So he had been. Oh no, sorry. I'm literally looking at the flip side of his career. He started in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit and then Philly. So does he live in Philly with family, and then they're done with him? He says, "All right, a 1-year deal, as close to Philly as possible. I'll stay in Pittsburgh. It won't be hard for me to get home if I need to on bye weeks and such." And now Buffalo's not that far either, but yeah, like I don't want. I'm old. I don't want to move. I don't want to start a new place. If the same team had called me, fine, I'll do that.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's kind of the flip side of what the Bills have done, right? Tre'Davious White said, I wouldn't play for anybody but the Bills.
Right.
And we watched the Bills, so it's like, oh, cool, he came back here. That's Darius Slay at this point. If Trey would have been picked up off waivers instead of signing with the Bills, he's picked up off waivers by the Seahawks. Does he say, I'm not going to go? I'm going to retire? Maybe. Maybe guys need convincing by their old coaches that they have a little bit left in the tank. So, it's not great to lose a player for nothing, but it's not like you lost, a player that will be of significant consequence.
Yeah.
So he went to Houston.
Who went to Houston? Ingram?
Ja'Marcus Ingram.
Ingram went to Houston, right. I don't think they'll need him very much.
No, probably not. They'll be fine. So whatever.
Does Slay get on the? Is he an Anquan Bolden level former Bill or no?
Anquan Bolden suited up in a practice jersey.
Okay, that's a higher level.
It is.
All right, so he's on, but he's also above the Antonio Brown level because Brown was never officially on the roster.
Right.
Slay was for 17 hours, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, so he's somewhere in between Brown and Bolden.
Yeah, he's like Steve Beijing with the Sabres, which is a deep pull.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to me in the break. I forget.
You forget, but well,
he was on paper on the team before a season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know the timeline of it, but check it out. You'll immediately remember where he slots in.